curiosity has been what's in all of these. Oops, sorry, I went too far. This particular morning, we took that Luas to the Houston station, which is not spelled like the city in the United States, so that we could then get on a passenger train that was going to take us to Cork. Purchasing ahead made the first class tickets very reasonable, and it even had our names above our seats. Sometimes we were in the countryside and actually had a pretty good view as things were zipping by. Sometimes, however, there was no view. I did manage to navigate our rental vehicle in this narrow gate, along with lots of narrow streets between the car rental place and here. Let's see the Rathbones room. We needed to organize what was going to happen, where we were going. So we got on the map. We went into Cork City, walked around, found a pub, of course, where we could dine. And it was really good. Beef stew, a couple of us had that, and some fish and chips and a steak sandwich.
No, I love it.
All just delightful. A good time was had by all. Our waitress was young and fun. And then, oh yeah, they had these drums for light fixtures, so I sent that to a friend who's a drummer. And then look how they phrase this. It's not drunk driving, it's drink driving. So downtown Cork, for the hours that we spent there, was pretty cool. And the roads, though, still cool, scenic, but a little scary. All right, here's the staircase where we lived at our B&B just for one night. So we didn't even get to have breakfast there because we needed to get on the road. It was a real shame. And it's right on the water. Well, you can see the water from there. That's one of the features of it. It was an old ship's captain's home. So here's a little bit of the yard and the garden and some people talking in the background. And that was it. Then we were off to another adventure. What we're missing.
Blarney Woolen Mills is a family business.
Yep, it's pretty cool.
So do they like?
All right, here we are. Everybody else is in the bathroom. There's a fake little cottage. We're at the Blarney Woolen Mills store and restaurant. Oh yes, there was souvenir shopping to be done, and we shipped a bunch of stuff home. And then, of course, we headed over to the castle itself. Lovely views, lovely grounds. You can just see the top of the castle there. And, of course, we had to get some selfies in and take some photos. It really was wonderful. It's really pretty. And, of course, most of the group tried to kiss the Blarney Stone, which you'll see in a little bit. I have already kissed the Blarney Stone, so I did not attempt to do it again because there was a line. Well, here you go. There's the line to kiss the Blarney Stone on the far side there in the open top of the castle. My sister-in-law was successful. Her husband was successful. My wife was not as successful because as soon as she tried, the world started spinning, which is not good at all. And, you know, look, you're pretty high up there, as you can see. It's a beautiful place, though. It's tight passageways and spiral staircases. The grounds are lovely. It's definitely worth more time than we spent there, actually. We could have spent more time there, but we needed to get back on the road. And look, there's somebody kissing the Blarney Stone from down below. I'm so glad we have cell phones and digital camera and recording devices, because we had to take so few pictures each time before I was in Ireland because film was expensive and developing film was expensive. And now photos are free. Well, unless you want to print them. I didn't kiss the Blarney Stone. I've kissed it before.
You call black-eyed Susans cool. It's in the middle.
Here's a couple of scenic Irish buildings along the way, and you can see the shift in the weather along the way to our next stop on some very frightening, tiny, itty-bitty, with big trucks on them, Irish roads. We ended up down here in Inch Beach, and boy, was it windy. So you're going to hear some of that, and then I'll turn off the volume so you don't get completely blasted by the wind, but it was bad. Inch Beach is famous for several reasons, but one is that it was featured in a movie from the 70s called Ryan's Daughter. I've been there before, so again, that's one of the other reasons that we stopped. Inch Beach was just a stop on our way to Dingle. And then, of course, I had to go back and get Linda's phone, which I forgot in the car again. And, of course, it started lashing rain. What's that over there? Well, I had to Google it. It's called Eask Tower, and it's just a spotting tower. It's also to help guide ships. Look at the big snail. So big.
There's dinner.
It was on the way out as well. So we stopped back by Inch Beach to see the tide coming in. As you can see, the seas were a little more active than they were when we had been there earlier in the day. Look, there's a pool and a courtyard. The Castle Road Troy Park Hotel. How's this for a weird room arrangement? Double and one single bed.